Jim Chesson is chief economist at the American Bankers Association, and Sergio Stieberman is founder and CEO of LeaseTrader.com, a company that helps people who are in expensive leases find other people to take them over. Good to see you both, gentlemen. Good morning to you. Jim, let me begin with you. Larry's obviously concerned about this. Some people say it's credit cards, but how big of a problem is auto paper going to be?
Well, we certainly saw in the fourth quarter that auto delinquencies went up, and they were at the highest level that we've seen since we've started tracking that. Now, having said that, the number of auto delinquencies is about 3%, so 97% are still making their payments on time. So while I agree with Larry, there is some concern about what's happening. I think we need to keep in perspective that the auto market, of course, is far less in terms of dollars than the housing market. And the secondary market, when you take those repossessions, quickly go into the used car market. It's a far different kind of lending environment than what we saw with housing.
Yeah, from a dollar value, it can't touch the level that mortgages are impacting the economy. Sergio, I know your company deals with leases and not loans, but you're probably still dealing with more consumers who are under broad economic pressure, yet?
Correct. Yeah, there's a lot of economic pressures when it comes to the finances of people. You have gas prices that have gone up. You have mortgage payments that have gone up. You have inflation that's going throughout. So the vehicle is the largest expense in an average American household. So it's definitely under pressure. Part of what we see is an increase in people trying to get rid of their vehicles and looking to downsize on their cars. So it's definitely out there.
Yeah, are they trying to get out of the expensive car because of the negative equity they have in their house, or because they just can't afford to fill it up anymore with gasoline? What?
Well, it's more than just one reason. You know, people just their expenses on an average week, an average month is tight. So a car being the second largest expense, they're looking to unload it. Nowadays, they can go ahead and get rid of their leases. They can transfer it, not like the old days. So we're seeing a lot of more people trying exercising that option.
Let me bring in Bob Hormats really quick. Are we searching for ghosts here, or is this going to be a problem?
I think it's going to be a modest problem. We estimate that the losses could be around $90 billion, but if you look at a couple of other areas, they're going to be bigger. Home equity loans, they're going up, defaults going up. That could be 65 or 70. And commercial real estate loans, which we really haven't talked about much, those losses could be double the size of the auto loan losses. So, and banks, many of them anticipate these auto loan losses, and they reserve and they price against it. The bigger surprises, I think, will be on commercial real estate and home equity.
Jim, would you go along with that?
Well, I think in dollar magnitude, that's absolutely right. We've seen rising problems in the home equity loans and lines. We saw those delinquencies increase in the fourth quarter. Those are larger dollars at stake. So I think that's a bigger impact. Commercial real estate has been a concern. I think the point, though, is that banks are prepared for this. They've been setting aside for reserves in anticipation that there's going to be problems, and banks still are sitting on a huge amount of capital.
Is there much debate, Jim, among the bankers you know, about whether or not we're in a recession? We're going to talk to Marty Feldstein in a bit about where it might have begun, if in fact there is one. But if the more economists we talk to, the more it seems like that is it's a given now.
Yeah, I think the debate among bankers is just about over. I think there's a sense that we are in a recession. You look at Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, they've been in a recession now for a number of years. You look at the states, California, Florida, Arizona, Nevada, that had the big housing problems. That's starting to spread and becoming more economy-wide. So it may not be in every pocket of this nation, certainly, and that's what's so difficult about looking at national numbers and predicting a recession, but it sure feels like that in a lot of places in this country.
Yeah. Jim, good to see you. Thanks for that. Jim Chesson, of course, with the American Bankers Association. Sergio Stieberman, of course, is with LeaseTrader.com.